Hey, it's Ethan here at etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Kuat Transfer Hitch Bike Rack and how it fits on our 2021 Chrysler Pacifica. This is a two-bike platform style bike rack capable of supporting two bikes up to 40 pounds each, held primarily by this wheel hook here and one extra strap down at the back. So it doesn't make any frame contact in the event that you want to get your carbon frame bikes on here, or you just have a really nice paint job, you don't want to get scratched up. The Transfer is a great option for that. One of the things that sets the Transfer apart is this really large open area, which makes it easy to access this pedal that we can use for tilting the rack towards us with the bikes loaded. So I can push it with my foot if I want to, so I don't even have to bend down. But I will point out that the tilt isn't very aggressive, and we tried to get in the hatch of our Pacifica, and it honestly didn't even really come close. So it tilts away, but in the case of the Pacifica, that doesn't really help us too much in all reality. So I'll tilt it back up, fold this hook down, and now we can get the bike removed, which is how we're going to have to get in the back in our case. So to do that, I'll start with this strap down here in the back. Just press this black release, pull the strap through, hold on to the bike, press this really large button on the end of our frame hook. It's on there pretty tight, so we have to press it pretty firmly, pull the hook up, push it out, and now we can get our bike removed. With our bike out of the way, I'll just put the strap back so it's not bouncing around. And take the time to point out that this rear cradle does have the ability to pivot to support different wheelbases of up to 50 inches. You can put this hook back as well and point out the cradles here. You can see that they have different grooves to support your different tire widths, in this case up to 3 inches. If you're curious to know how much space you're adding on to the back of your vehicle, I'll take a measurement from the bumper to the furthest point back of our rack and find that that measurement is about 33 inches. So for something so compact that supports two bikes, it does stick out a little bit further than some other options. As far as ground clearance goes, from the ground to the closest point in the back here, it's going to be about 15 inches. So the Pacifica does sit pretty low. There's a little bit of a rise there, so that's just the number you're going to want to keep in mind as far as, can I get over this curb, or will it go down when I'm going up and over hills? You can fold the rack up though to save a little bit of some of that space. So I'll lift this hook up just a little bit so I can access that with my foot. Fold that down, snap it into place, and now we can get that new measurement to see how much space we've saved. From the bumper now to the furthest point back, which will end up being that pedal, it's about a foot, so 12 inches definitely cuts down on some of that space a lot. As far as how close it sits, it's not anything that I'm super worried about, but I'll just throw a quick measurement out there. It's going to be about 4 inches, and there's a little bit of wobble, but not enough that it's going to end up making contact with our Pacifica. Because it does have that large opening in the back compared to some other platform style racks, there's a ton of visible space here. So you can see the license plate really clearly. Your backup camera is right in the middle, and that big window is going to be where you're going to be able to see through. It doesn't come anywhere near our taillights or our rear window. The rack uses an 1¼ inch shank with our 2-inch sleeve to fit into our 2-inch receiver, held in place by this pin and a clip, and it's all secured down with this anti-rattle bolt here down at the bottom. It's not tool free, but the tool is provided, and it is also a layer of security, so you do need that security tool to tighten everything down, but because it is 1¼ inch with that adapter, you can use it with a couple of different cards if you wanted to. Overall, the Transfer is a really nice option for you if you really like that foot pedal and you'd rather just use your foot to tilt it down and fold it up. It also is really compact, but it's also spacious enough for you to get that backup camera and your license plate really visible. I will say if you're looking for something similar, you might want to check out something like the Rocky Mounts monorail. Similar price, but you wind up with about 20 pounds more weight capacity with the monorail, and you get that 5-inch tire width. But again, if you do like that accessibility and the look of Kuat, the Transfer is a really solid option and a good fit overall on a 2021 Chrysler Pacifica.